For my second career profile, I chose to learn more about school and guidance counselors. The example organization that I found and read about for this profile was the American School Counselor Association, which can be found at schoolcounselor.org. I didn't have any career contact. I don't know anybody that works within this profession, but I was able to find a lot of information online. Since school counselors and guidance counselors work within schools and within a school district, the typical hours are Monday through Friday, and within the school hours, maybe a little before school and a little after school. Personal independence also varies between school to school. It depends if you're working for a higher counselor, if you're one of the head counselors. It just kind of depends from job to job, but there is a decent amount of personal independence within that career. Typical stressors, I think, can be similar to those of teachers. Since school counselors assess the emotional needs of students, I think that can be wearing on a counselor to take their burdens upon you, to feel their pain and to understand what they're going through. I think that can be challenging. I think that they also can have challenges just interacting with certain kids. If they're going to meet with kids that have different struggles going on, I think those kids can be troubled to a degree, and that makes it hard to interact with them sometimes. Typical benefits vary as well from school district to school district. I think it depends a lot on what the district can afford. I think their benefits are very similar to teachers' benefits, and I think they're often offered the same benefit package as the teachers. So it depends on the budgets of the school and what the government allots them. Common job tasks. School counselors typically do one of two things. They assess the educational needs of students, so they help students plan out their schedules, they help change classes, they help students meet the graduation requirements of that school. They also help assess the emotional needs of students. So if students are struggling with other students in school, they can help with that. If they're struggling with things at home, they really can help students with any emotional needs that they have. Educational requirements, most typically is a master's degree. If you're going to be counseling on the emotional side, then you definitely need a master's degree. If you're just focusing on scheduling, then that's a different story. But if you're going to be an all-around school counselor, then you need a master's degree. Beyond that, state certification and tests are required in order to be employed within that state. The starting salary is about $45,000 to $66,500. Ranges anywhere in there. And it's comparable, I found, to school teacher salaries. Miscellaneous career information. I found that the job outlook, the career is projected to grow 12% between 2012 and 2022. And that's a pretty average, I found pretty average job growth. So that's not anything huge, but it's also not bad. And it really depends on school funding and what they're allotted again. So that's what I found about school counselors and guidance counselors. This is a career that I'm fairly interested in and would like to pursue more about, but this was a really great start.